taking action today, and let's share exactly our 90-day action plan to make $100,000. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's go. So first of all, like we want to make $100,000, right? Now you can use this 90-day action plan. You can make it into a year if you want, just make $100K in a year. But let's kind of go off of raw numbers, right? Like we're very practical to a point. Like when we're looking at how to do deals, like all this stuff, it's like, let's reverse engineer it. So like you want to make $100K, right? There's multiple ways to make $100,000. It's kind of weird to say, but like it's the truth, especially for wholesaling. So number one, like what's 100K? It could be 10 deals at $10,000 each. You can be 4 deals at 25K each. You can be 100 deals at 1,000. You know, your favorite coach or guru, they love talking about they did 100 deals, and like, what if they did 1,000 at a time, right? Like, it really depends, guys. I hope you can tell here that like 100K is the goal. You can do it every which way you want.
I don't care how you get there.
You have one guy says, I did 4 deals this month, and one guy says I did 10. You might think the guy who did 10's like balling out, but hey, maybe like, hey, guys, we're closing $120,000 deals. Like I'm telling you, we got another deal we're working on right now. We're going to make over 100 on it. And it's like, seriously, like why it doesn't matter how many deals you do. I want everyone to remember it's about the profit at the end of the day. Let's talk about it. So I want to talk about like what your goals should be like for this challenge, for the 90-day like action plan. And no, this is not going to be the wholesaling challenge we have set out in June. This is just a kind of a do it because I want to give someone something to do.
Give them a head start.
Give them a head start to do, because I only want people in that challenge that actually like need the help as a beginner. I want to get some people some deals so they don't have to go in the challenge. But let's talk about goals for a second, you know. And this is something happens with you and me, especially in our business and kind of before that. But like most people, this is from Bill Gates, but this is a great quote. You know, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. So if possibly your goal is to make 100K in 3 months, maybe you hit 80, right? Or 70, and you're like upset yourself. And then, you know, 5 years later, you're making like 2 million a month, right? Like it just, I'm telling you, like my goal starting out was to make 100K a year. And like we're passing that per deal almost in our business. So it's like, you know, you really underestimate what we can do in the long term. But I'm telling you right now, like just don't get too crazy on a goal in the short term. Like always kind of shoot a little farther than you can and push the boundaries. But I'm telling you, like we're going to show exactly how to do it. So just understand that about goals. Like that's something I figured out pretty early, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to comment on goals because I think I've been part of corporate America when they like set goals. And if you guys ever work for corporate America, it's like you have to do better every year, no matter what. So you could have a record double the business and they still expect, 15, 20% returns. When you guys are running your own business, especially in wholesaling, I look at a goal as a target. Okay. And when you set it, you have to look at the numbers as you move through it weekly, monthly, quarterly, and obviously yearly. And the beauty is you can make subtle changes. Like we all know what's happened in the last 2 years. So if you had a goal and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to hit that now? You just pivot from it. It's like, people get so hung up on goals. I find sometimes goals defeat people more than it inspires them. So just reorganize it and call it a target and do something every day that moves you closer to it. If you're aggressive about it and you want to make it happen, if you're going to be hyper focused on having a successful wholesaling business, then you'll do fine. But please don't set a goal, walk away from it and go, man, I don't know how I missed that thing. Because goal is just an means to the end. And some of you guys set it and you forget it. And that's the problem, is you have to constantly have it in your mind. You want a goal to stick. Start with your why. Put it on your bathroom mirror, because you can't avoid your bathroom mirror. I've tried to avoid my bathroom mirror. And for God's sakes, do not use a Sharpie. Just use an erasable marker. I don't want people getting upset out there. But you got to have something to strive for. So instead of calling it a goal, call it a target. But either or, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly what I've seen too. So just understand your goals, guys. Just like getting in here, we're kind of got the goal setting here, but let's kind of talk about the 90-day action plan. Let's get in the nitty gritty. Let's get in the weeds of this. Let's break down the numbers, because I'm just telling you straight up, and this might upset people. Like, I'm not. It's not bad.
I got a frowny face yesterday. The first one I ever got.
You're never gonna make everyone happy, but what I can tell you right now is the information we're about to give you right now. This is information that we're about to tell you that it's going to work. We know it'll work. We're not the ones that, you give us money and we pat you on the back, we make it feel good. And we try to, we try to stay positive on everything on whole. Like, we'll tell you the pros and cons to it. Like, we're not scared. And the truth is, like, you're not paying me money. So we have a different dynamic. Like, if you paid me money, I sort of have to be customer service mode, be nicer than I am, and like not really kind of tell you the truth, but try to be sweeter to you. And then you got this weird dynamic, right? Like, where I'm not really trying to tell you too much of the truth, because maybe it makes me look bad. You're going to get a refund. It's all corporate. It's terrible, right? I don't have bosses. So I'm going to tell you straight up, what's going to work. Not a lot of people are going to like it, but it's the honest truth. And until you make that conscious decision to actually do what we say, you're probably not going to be doing deals. I'm being completely honest with you. You can go on someone else's live stream, go listen to what they say, and then try to do that, this, and this. I'm telling you right now, the information you're getting, like straight, like a lot of these other coaches and stuff, they don't do deals. I'm telling you, like, they spend 7-8 hours a day on Zoom calls. They don't wholesale for real anymore. Maybe this stuff worked in 2006 when they started out, or 2015, 16, but they're not in the trenches every day. Like, so just understand that, like, the information we give, there's no end in sight for this. Like, we're not here on a funnel to go sell you on a course. So just understand, this is the raw information. And if you actually take what we say and pretend like you paid money for it, you're going to do well. Why do people who buy courses? Because they want to feel like, oh no, I paid $2,000. I better listen to this guy's advice. Guys, this information, charge $3,000 for.
Well, listen, everybody pays a toll, right? Everyone's paying us one way or the other.
Yeah.
You ever heard the word paying attention? You ever think about it? You're paying attention. That means you're giving it. It's a gift. And you're looking for a return. So whenever you make an investment, obviously with your money, that goes without saying, but like when people say paying attention, it means, and by the way, that is the currency. Like, your attention is everything, and we appreciate it. So when you pay your attention, you want to look to make a return on. The number one tip I can give you before we jump into this: stop taking the information we give you, filtering out the stuff that you like and ignoring the stuff you don't want to do. It's a recipe for disaster.
It is literally like following a diet. For example, like, someone gives you a diet of like the vegan, and then you're like, okay, I like that, but I'm gonna have milk. I'm just gonna have some milk. Or, you're doing a carnivore diet. You're like, oh, I'll have a potato or something. Like, or I do this diet, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a little bit of I'll have a cake every week or so. Like, it's like, it don't take, like, it's a diet of actionable steps, and we're ready to go. So the reason why we're doing this, and like, we're like, I want only the real people who are ready to go get this information. Pretend you spent $3,000 in a weekend seminar. We can put you on a boat, make you feel good about yourself, put some rap music in the back, make you, oh yeah, I feel great. Pop some champagne bottles and make you feel like you're really getting somewhere. And we can push it. We could extend this information for a weekend, right? And charge you $3,000. Pretend like you did that. If you pretend like it, you're taking notes, you're taking action, you're going to do well. And here's the truth. Another reason why we're giving this 90-day action plan is, next time somebody comments in the comments, oh, wholesaling's too hard, my market stinks, I can't do any excuse, I'll direct them to this video, okay? And I'll say, do all this, and then come back to me. Either there's two things. They'll never come back to me because they won't do it, or they'll come back to me all happy because they did some deals. So without further ado,
let's go.
Let's get it. All right, we got some people, they got their pens ready, they're ready to go. So let's talk about
it's recorded too. So.
It's also recorded. So 90-day action plan. These are going to be the goals per month. So I'm going off a rough estimate, 10K a deal. Okay. Now switch it whatever you want, but this is rough estimates, right? And last thing I'd say, Kelper says, give me 60 days. I promise you 90 is going to be a lot. So let's talk about, so month one, let's get around 2 deals doing this method. Pretty easy to do. Month 2, 3 more deals. And then month 3, we should get everything rolling. Should bring about 5 more deals. Okay. This is what is the truth. So let's break down your biggest obstacle. Your biggest obstacle from getting 100K in 3 days is going to be you. Only you can determine your own success. I've said this a million times. I'll say it a million more times. the information on our YouTube channel, the information on this or this, like it's not, you know, the information you're getting. It's not your market. It's not this. It's you know, it's you. You're going to determine your own success or not. I can't do the deals for you. Consistent action is going to be necessary for success here. Consistent action. No, oh, I'll do some action today, maybe not. It's consistent, right? And last but not least, you have to believe in yourself. And this is talked about a lot of times. You know, we talk about it all the time. But if you do not have a belief in yourself and take consistent action, quick question. Anywhere in this, did we mention, you know, motivation, you know, grind, quote unquote, having that sick motivation? No. Sometimes motivation doesn't get you, like,
listen, motivation is just a spark.
it's like the gym.
I'd say even Tony Robbins tells you, I'm just here to light a fire under you, but you're going to have to take massive steps to get where you want to go. So I motivate anybody, but that's the easy part. Like anybody can like get you pumped up. It's when you get home and you got to do the work. That's when I struggled initially when I did it, because like I felt so good in that environment. The other thing is your biggest battle is yourself. You already know it, but you're still gonna struggle with it. Is stop comparing yourself to everybody on the internet. You have no idea if that guy or gal actually does that many deals. If you know the whole comparison thing, it's fine to use other people's gauge and learn from them. But the
thief is the comparison of joy.
What's that?
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Who cares? If he does 100 deals and you do 1 or 2, who cares? Just you're getting better each day and moving forward. But you have to take the action. And the biggest enemy is when you start doubting yourself, you start comparing the others and you go, well, you know, maybe this isn't for me. Once you go down that road, it's hard. And you've got to have the mindset going into this, because failure is not an option. And that's how I looked at wholesaling. I go, listen, either I'm going to be a successful wholesaler or I'm going to die trying. And I literally burnt the bridges and I had no plan B. I literally just went.
You had a job. You're working.
No, I did, but I wanted to
burn all those.
I went out of that job so freaking bad. Like it was like every day I was like, okay, I'm going to, and you know, my boss motivated me to be very successful in wholesaling. But I couldn't work for that man for another day.
Wholesaling success, though, I'm telling you right now, it's like your leg days, right? I know. So you do leg day.
It's terrible.
But like sometimes you're like,
I got issues going on right now.
You don't want to, like, you don't want to go, but you know you consistently need to go, or else, like, you know, your body's not going to be as good in shape as it is going to be in 15, 20 years. So like you go no matter what. Yeah. And that's why you're successful, that we're successful. Like, because I cold called on the days I didn't want to cold call. I got up at 5 a.m. to put bandit signs out, even when I didn't want to get up at 5 a.m. Yeah. Really not feeling it that day. Motivation didn't even get me through. It's just, hey, I have to do this today. I wasn't even motivated. I just have to, you know? Yeah. That's the truth. So your biggest obstacle is going to be you. And most importantly, this action plan I'm giving out today to you guys, is not a suggestion. Okay. This is a maybe. This is a must do. This is a non-negotiable. There's no negotiating this plan. Okay. Non-negotiable. No excuses, guys. So there's going to be no excuses for success here. I'm just letting you know. I'll tell you, I've never seen one wholesaler fail by doing this plan. Not one. I would be shocked if I've ever found someone do all this and get back to me and said they did it, because I never. So I'm eliminating excuses today. I'm sick of it. The lazy will fail. You know, you get through day 45 and then you quit, right?
I find those people are going to quit at anything they do. Like it's so easy for human nature to get excited about it. By the way, everybody has an idea. Everybody's got like this brilliant, like, oh, I want to do this. The real meat and potatoes, and this is life in general, and definitely in wholesaling, you have to execute. Anybody can have an idea without execution. It's nothing more than something floating in the air. That I rather work with someone that can execute over someone that can throw me 15 ideas. It's just how it works, guys. Like, that's it. If you can become a integrator and executor, your values through the roof, because those are the people that consistently take action and they get results. The person that's all over the board, and I've been that person, like I'm not perfect, is the more I dug in and got it down. So I was on a mastermind with, I think it was Joel yesterday, and we talked about, I've made my most money in wholesaling when I made a big mistake. So like Joel made a mistake. He didn't lock a deal up because he wasn't comfortable with it. Another wholesaler came in and locked it up and selling it for like 40,000 more than he ever planned for it. But the thing is, Joel will never make that mistake again. But Joel took action. He missed the boat a little bit, but that's normal, guys. Like, I can tell you how many times I've screwed up a deal. Like, once you do it once, if you do it twice, I guarantee you'll never do it again. But I've always made the most money when I made mistakes. If you're scared to make a mistake, get over it. That's how life works. This is not high school. This is not college. The only way you truly learn in life is you fail forward. Failing forward means you keep trying and attempting it. And when you get it right, you learn. I forget the acronym for fail. Someone will share it with me. But guys, failure is how you learn in life. If you never fail, I promise you, you will never grow as a human being. It's just with relationships, finances, everything you do. You have to take a risk in life and move forward. Is there a risk? You might lose money on a deal? Yes. Sorry. It's the truth. Wholesaling minimizes it. That's the great news about what we do.
And I mean, you got to go back to the Jim Rohn quote, right? Life's risky. You're never going to get out of it alive, right?
You're not get out alive. And you know what? Here's the best part is, if you're like on the fence or something like that, you guys can always go back to your old life. It's so easy to fit into it. Trust me. At 33, I fit comfortably into it. I hated it, but it was comfortable. It got so comfortable, it made me brutally uncomfortable. And then I took massive uncomfortable action. And here I am talking to you today. Like, 20 years I've been doing this. Like, I love this business.
Yeah, it's great.
So execution, so much. I'd rather go with someone through a plan than talk about an idea anytime. Ideas are okay.
All right. I agree. So, and also, guys, there's no shortcuts or excuses in this business.
It's haircuts.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm telling you guys, like, everyone loves the quick shortcut, the quick hack. And then, people figure out, maybe it doesn't work. And then, you get this crazy thing. And then, guys, there's no shortcuts to success here. We're telling what works. And I'm telling you what works for me and what worked for you, for most wholesalers. And remember, guys, I think we're on the way here. It's never easy, but it's worth it every single time. So if you're willing to do that, let's get ready. So before we get into the actual meat and potatoes ready, I need everyone here to commit today to taking the action for success. Before I give you the information, false evidence appearing real.
I heard of another one the other day. I got to think about it. My ADHD will kick in some
So
point.
you got plenty of people watching.
I'll think what I do it.
Guys, I need you guys to commit today to taking the action if you're actually ready to do it.
I know what it is. First attempt in learning.
Oh,
I love that one.
It was already popped up. Shout out.
What's that? Someone put that up there?
Yeah.
So that's good. It's not my quote for full disclosure.
No.
I go, it's, if you look at fail as first attempt in learning, then fail a lot. Like, I fail a lot still to this day. I take a risk all the time. It's calculated, and I learn. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that again.
So let's talk about getting committed today. So let's get some commitment going, guys. Take some commitment, and we'll break it down. So if you're ready to commit, let's get it. So let's get right into it. Ready? Week 1 and 2. Like, we're getting into it. Ready? So this is day 1 through 14. This is 90 days. Your first week, you definitely should be taking action. But for most people who are brand new, just go to freewholesaling.com, watch one module a day until you get it complete. There's like 7 or 8 of them in there. You got marketing, acquisitions, everything.
It's all in there for. This is why we laid it out, because I could go on a 10-hour live. I'm still not going to be able to give you like everything.
But here's the thing about free courses. And I was showing you this course. There's ever since we created the free wholesaling course, there's been so many free wholesaling courses out there, right?
Free's abused now.
And they're all funnels to go into their $5,000 program. And what these courses are, which I'm going to talk about a lot tomorrow, because the MLS wholesaling course is actually coming out tomorrow at 5 p.m. tomorrow. It won't be alive, but it's good. Trust me. Put my heart and soul into that one with the information we have. But like I kind of talked about tomorrow, and I'll even today, like the free courses you're going to get and the free information you get in wholesaling outside of our channel. There's a few out there that are good, but like they're not big channels. But with free wholesaling information, they're meant to do one thing, and they're meant to sell courses. That's why they give free information out. And the other thing they do is try to confuse you. So when someone gives you a free action plan for wholesaling or a free wholesaling course, the goal of that course is to confuse you, get you frustrated. And the answer always create that problem. And then they create the problem for you and they sell you a solution. So it's like a doctor breaking your kneecap and then saying, hey, I can fix that for some money, right?
We talked about it a little bit yesterday. It's kind of like there's certain softwares you ever get like, oh, I'm talking not even like in the real estate space, other stuff I've tried. And then like all these little apps are in the right-hand corner. And the one you want to push to like think about your day, they go, no. You have to upgrade to hit that key. I'm just like, are you kidding me? I just spent 2 hours learning every other thing you taught me. And now the one thing I need to go, you got to buy. And they go, well, why are you here and you have your wallet out? And it's like a rabbit hole. It's like once you get in that rabbit hole, you've already consumed some of the information. You like me, you might as well just pay me, and now I will solve your problem.
Just understand, guys, FYI. Right? So like there's a wholesaling course out there. It's a free wholesaling course, right? And what they do is they'll teach you a little bit of marketing, a little bit of cash buyers, and then, you're kind of confused on like, okay, I know how to market. Yeah. I know how to find a cash buyer, but how do I negotiate the deal? That's very confusing to me. What they'll do is they'll have a little acquisitions module here. You click it and they're like, hey guys, sorry, that's a premium video. You have to be in a $10,000 mastermind to learn. The people that paid for it, they're going to get really upset if they actually, if they see I reveal that information. Guys, I'm just FYI, if a course is free, is there to confuse you. If it's not freewholesaling.com, it's a stupid guru course. And honestly, I don't care
who's going to have more experience than like between us and like wholesaling. And it's the other thing is people have the audacity to like go out and go, well, I provide plenty of free content. Great. Just make it all free. Like, why not? Who cares? Like life's like, we are so transparent. Every guru in the world has our course. I know they do it. I know the IP addresses. I can tell who's going. By the way, everybody on this, I love you all dearly. I know which one of you like go through all the content. They show me the stats. I want everyone to be like 100%. That's the goal of the 90-day action. But like, it's almost like, now I'm not in any book clubs. I read enough books, but I'm a slow book reader. I get more on audio. That's like going to book club and not reading the book or just reading 1 or 2 chapters and then having a discussion like this. Any of you guys that go all the way through freewholesaling.com and then you come on the one-on-one lives and you're taking actions, you're going to get the most value.
I'm still, hands down, we're the only wholesaling channel that is live cold calls. I had a DM today said, Zach, you got to stop saying you're the only does live cold calls. This guy just posted a video of a live cold call. I said, show me the link. I see the link. Guess what it is? It's recorded, edited, nice. Unless the video was streamed live, you went to time.gov and showed, hey, this is live. Let's go do a call. You don't got the cojones to actually go do it live. And nobody does that except for us. They do not have the courage to actually click that live button and cold call live. If they get a good live, they might post it, make them feel like good about themselves, but they ain't posting it live. And they're scared of it. So I'm just telling you, I get these DMs all the time. Try me. We're still the only ones on it because we're not here to sell you anything. The people that sell you stuff, they're scared to go live.
I heard somebody post the other day. I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh gosh.
They found a deal. Beautiful spread, like 50 grand. And somebody asked, how did you get it? This was recorded, by the way. It was edited. It wasn't live. They have like 30 plus cold callers. Do you know the logistical nightmare of having 30 cold callers? Like plus, it's
crazy. So just understand, guys.
That would offset the entire profit of the deal.
I know. So the reason why we're talking about this is you're going to get pitched so much free stuff during this challenge, during this 90-day action plan. We're just letting you know. freewholesaling.com is the only free one you should be going after. So I want you guys to watch one module a day until it's complete. Okay.
And guys, those of you that are in our Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses for Real,
Well, yeah.
if anybody's DMing you or PMing you saying, hey, I can help you out for a couple $100, just screenshot it and send it.
Oh yeah.
Report it, because I think we're the only ones that completely call everybody out that does that, because it's like a new shady way on people doing it. I'm just telling you, you're going to be preyed on if you go down that rabbit hole. And I strongly advise not doing it.
And Jolene makes a good point. When you see a live call that's edited, most of the time it's an actor on the other end. I'm being straight up with you.
That's it. Anybody can do it. I could be on the other end of it. It's
we click live stream and then I use a spinner wheel.
Yeah.
And randomize the entire thing. So I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, someone posted live. Don't be going after me on that. But what I'm telling you is with the group, right? So number one, we're going to go to freewholesaling.com and you're going to watch one module a day till it's complete. Still doing what we say. And I'm ready right now with you. You also, this is part of the actionable steps. You're going to join Wholesaling Houses for Real, the Facebook group, and talk to me or Rick once a week, either Wednesday or Thursday. You could do both days, but we prefer you do one day to keep everyone so everyone can talk to us. I'm committing for the next 90 days. I'll be able to do this, and we'll be able to do this. We'll talk to each person that's ready once a week. And like I'm telling you right now, I don't even care if you have no questions because you're taking action. I just want you for 15 seconds to say, hey, I'm doing this today. I did this week, and I did this. And they say, okay, have a great one. I appreciate it. You're keeping accountability to me. Okay. So, and I'll remember you, trust me. So that is part of the actionable steps. So again, I think we lost half the people on this. Like, wait, I have to be accountable to somebody? Oh, I can't do this challenge then. I'm trying. If you can't do a 15-second call with me once a week, how are you going to follow up with all your sellers twice a week, right? So this is how we weed out number one, right? This is like medical school, right?
And you have to be like honest to be accountable. If you can't be honest with yourself, there's just
you can lie.
You can lie. It's not going to help.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's not. You're just like wasting time when you do that, guys. Honestly, I've been on this planet 52 years. I'm here to tell you, when people can be honest and accountable for every action they do, amazing things happen in your life. I used to be a victim long time ago. I'm just telling you, you got to lose any type. Oh, poor me, poor this, poor that. I'm here to tell you, be honest with yourself. If you don't like where you're at, just fix it. So if you're struggling in wholesaling or you're just getting started, follow this plan. I'm telling you, it works. It worked for me. I taught him how to do it. I've taught thousands of people how to do it for free. Guys, there's no catch. I promise you. It was like, oh, when are you going to come at us with a credit card? Honestly, if I was going to come, I would have already hit you with it. You know what I'm trying to do here. Create a legacy. No secrets in wholesaling, guys.
No,
everybody learned it from somebody. It's human nature to pass it down. The secret is they try to tell you it's a secret and you have to pay to get that secret. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. So
let's go.
Week 1 or 2. So we got two options. If you're virtual, in person, I prefer you do the in-person one. If you're virtual, obviously we've got people from Sweden watching, right? Dubai, we got people in Jamaica, like Bahamas, right? So of course, like I don't want to leave my virtual people out. So week 1 to 2, right? So day 1 to 14. Day 1 to day 7. We're gonna start a little easy. You know, this is like just easing into the working out. You know, we're gonna do a couple squats. We're gonna just ease it in here. We're gonna get comfortable with the process. We got Emma from,
or you can just dive in the cold water instead of putting your toe in. But
yeah, so let's just do this method first before we do that, because you have to be watching the free wholesaling content, kind of learning the business before we start doing like a crazy amount. So day 1 through 7, we're learning freewholesaling.com, right? We're getting accountable, right? We're getting it going. So we're going to collect 100 drawing for dollars leads and we're going to cold call them. That's it for week 1. Very simple to do.
Okay.
Very simple. You're learning wholesaling, right? Like you're getting into it. Like, well, very, very simple here. Day 7 to 14, we're picking it up, right? We're going to collect 300 drawing for dollars leads and cold calling. If it's virtual, replace drawing for dollars with probates. Boom. Oh, there's only 60 probates this week I found. Well, go to the county next to it. Like keep doing the counties outside until you do the entire state for probates. I don't care. There's at least for the 3 counties around you, there's probably at least 300 for a week you can pull. So you get plenty of probates. And for virtual, you can do, there's probably 300 probates an hour in the United States. So you got plenty of these leads, right? So this is the action plan. Okay. This is what it is. Now let's talk about week 3 to 4. This is when we get a little, we get it more interesting, right? So week 3 to 4, days 14 to 28. Day 14 to 21, we're going to be collecting 100 drawing for dollars leads, 100 probates, and then 100 code violations. And we're going to cold call all of those. Sounds like a lot, but I want to guarantee you get a deal, right?
Like, you're going to have to
we got to make 100K, right? We got to make 100K. And honestly, I'm not saying this to like make anyone feel bad. You can do this in a weekend. Like you could do all this stuff in a weekend if you hustle. You've done 15-hour work days, right? Like you can do it.
Guys, the first 2 years, I was nonstop. Like I didn't have to, but like I'm the type of person like when I start something and I really believe in it, like I'm all in. And if you're like that, so
I'm checking the audio.
Yeah. So, he's like, yeah, pick away at the pro. But we're all a little bit different. So if I have a book something I really want to learn about, I just read the whole thing cover to cover. And then the next day I read it again. And then like 3 or 4 days later, I read it again. That's how I learn. I cannot pick away chapter by chapter. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just how I work. So adapt your learning style because you're not in college and you're not in high school.
No,
so
if you really telling you what to do.
Yeah, if you know how to learn. But guys, if you can get on a discipline because you don't know what it takes to be consistently good at wholesaling, at least start with this plan. And then once you have success and have money in the bank account, then you can make pivot and changes. But I don't think you should change anything until you master putting that money in your bank account.
Exactly. So let's do this exactly. We're going to keep you on the process here.
Okay.
So day 21 to 28, we're going to collect 100 drawing for dollars leads. We're going to push it, but this is the point, right? We're going to do additional 50 probates, 50 water shutoffs, 50 fire damage properties, and then 100 arrest records. And we're going to cold call that entire list. That one's pushing it, but I'm telling you, it's the action plan. Like you want to make like everyone wants to know what to do. This is what you got to do. And so we're going to keep going here. We got week 5 to 6. This is when we start picking up. This is more hustle mode, less leads, but more hustle per lead. So I think it's a pretty important one. So week 5 to 6. So day 28 to 35, we're going to collect 100 drawing for dollars leads. Obviously, you see we're drawing for dollars at least 100 a week, right? And by now you should get a drawing for dollars deal by just doing 500 calls like that. But we're going to keep digressing. We're going to do 100 probates and then an additional 100 code violations, and we're going to cold call them. That's it. Day 35 to 42. I'm telling you right now, collect 100 drawing for dollars leads and 100 pre-foreclosures. Only 200? That seems kind of small, right? Well, we're going to grab yellow sticky notes and we're going to put that on all 200 of those leads. See on the bottom, the reverse drawing for dollars module and pre-foreclosure modules in freewholesaling.com. We kind of break down exactly what to do there. Again, guess what? If you go to freewholesaling.com, it's all in there, right? Like it is all taught in there. That's why I'm telling you, spend the first week, do just 100. That's all I'm telling you. Really learn what we're saying. I'm telling you, it's not going like watching 5,000 videos. It's like, just watch the videos in the course. I'm telling you, that course is as bare bones to learn wholesaling, make hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. I didn't fluff it up.
No flashy graphics.
We didn't make it flashy. Like we're like showing you exactly what you got to do. And that should get you like started on it. But really that's what you got to do on that part. And then we're going to keep going. We're going to keep it going, right? So week 7 to 8, right? We're doing days 42 to 56. Day 42 to 49, we're going to collect 100 drawing for dollars, 100 probates, 100 code violations. We're going to cold call them. And then we're going to leave sticky notes. We're going to cold call them and then leave the sticky notes on top of that. Oh yeah, we're getting aggressive now. Day 49 to 56, we're going to collect 100 drawing for dollars leads and then additional 100 pre-foreclosures. And we're going to sticky note all of those again, trying to, do a little bit of code violations. Then we're going to do like pre-foreclosures. The reason why we're doing this again is we're trying to get a feel of, hey, what's working? What isn't working, right? Like what's working. So we're going to ask here, I can't write this fast enough. So we'll go back and we'll kind of go back here, do it a little slower. So 5 to 6. Remember doing that. We're gonna do a quick overview on this on the end too. And remember, this is all recorded.
And yeah, you can freeze it. And
yeah, you can freeze it, screenshot
so
it.
Don't feel stressed about.
Yeah, don't feel stressed on this. And we're gonna date 56 to 90. We're gonna answer questions while leaving this up, so it's easier for you guys to write this up. So day 56 to 90. This is what I figured out. You're gonna get some deals by now. I want you to figure out your top 3 marketing lists and strategies that have yielded you the best leads, results, appointments, things like that, right? And you're going to dedicate as much power, woman power, man power, into marketing that list. If you could do 1,000 cold calls on probates, if probates are working the best, get into it. Yeah, like I'm telling you right now, that's you have to put all of your effort into the top 3 lists. So what are the lists we've gone after? You've been at this point, you've been doing a lot of drawing for dollars, a lot of pre-foreclosures, arrest records, fire damage, water shutoffs, arrest records, code violations. Like we're doing a lot of different lists, and you're going to figure out which one's working best for you, virtual or in person. Okay. If you're virtual, there's literally no excuses. I'm telling you right now, drawing for dollars is going to be the best one, but I'm going over this one question too, just while we're getting, because this is live. What goes on with the sticky notes? And this is kind of back to the instruction thing. Read this, buddy. And what does it say on here? See reverse drawing for dollars. Oh, I guess the free wholesaling got in trouble. My bad. All right, buddy. Look, so see reverse drawing for dollars in pre-foreclosure modules and freewholesaling.com. That's what you do with the sticky notes, okay? All right. So I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. But you're going to get a nice collection of all the marketing, all the marketing that works, and we're going to go hard in the paint on that. And honestly, at the end of that, you just got to figure out what marketing channels work best. Again, this is I'm trying to think of other entrepreneur type people that do better businesses than us that make hundreds of millions a month, right? And are billionaires. And a lot of them talk about this, and this is the truth. Figure out what you're good at and what works, and double, triple, quadruple down. I'm telling you, the reason why I can help so many people go from 10K a month to 100K per month, which is actually pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
What do? We literally go look at their business, say, hey, you did 10 deals last year. Great. Wow. You did 8 out of 10 deals in these 3 zip codes. Let's just let's triple down on those zip codes, right? And then it's like, hey, you got 80% of your deals from cold calling a vacant list, and the rest were terrible. Let's quadruple down on that, right? It's not complicated, right? What's working for you, just triple down on that, right? And honestly, that's what we're telling you. Kind of shoot some darts, see which one's sticking, and then what's sticking, go after it, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, we've always recommended just trying to pick one marketing channel, get going. But here's what happens. Here's a little bit of the caveat on that. Okay. Why do you think I like direct mail so much, other than it's very scalable and easy to do and makes a phenomenal return? I started out doing that because that's what I was taught and learned. So what happens sometimes is we use it as a crutch because it's what we're comfortable with. So by Zach showing you different strategies to find motivated sellers, it's kind of opening up your array. And we're not having to do 10,000 leads, and each one of them would overwhelm you. But I've never been a cold call guy. I don't like it. It's a pain in the butt. He's really good at it. So the reason I'm so confident in direct mail, because I started out doing it. Now I've pivoted, but it took me a long time to do it. And I'm trying to open you guys up, is you don't want to get stuck in one corner, especially if you're just doing texting and that's all you do. If somehow the carriers decide nobody can do it anymore, then you're going to have to figure this out.
Texting wasn't even mentioned in this.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, no email blasting, no PPC.
We're trying to teach you the basics. So if you think about football, I know the ladies, some of them are just nobody wants to learn how to block, how to block and tackle. But I'm the guy screaming the game. Why can't you tackle that guy? How you're just reaching your hand out there. We're trying to have you reach out with 2 hands, get a lead, and get a firm foundation on it, and do it over and over to the point it's a memorized behavior. And then you do it extremely consistency. Then you can add what you want. Once you decide to scale your business and do what you do, after you got a little bit of time and money in your bank account, money, not money you're spending, money you've earned in wholesaling, then you can double down on any one of them you want to do. Like some people go so deep into cold calling, some SMS, some direct mail. So we're trying to give you a little bit more exposure because I don't want you to lean on one crutch for your entire career. Because I did it the first 5 years and I missed out on a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. And so just FYI, guys, like you try all of them and figure out what strikes you fancy. But like, we're telling you what to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on this, right? Like, it's not, oh, I don't like cold calling, so I'm not. You're going to do it. Do the reverse drawing for dollars too. Like, you have to do what we're saying here because unfortunately, kind of like you've said, people get like, oh, I don't like cold calling, so I'm not going to cold call. I'm just going to do this one instead. And then you fail because like, that's the truth. So don't get stubborn, guys. You get stubborn, you're not going to do these deals. So just FYI, guys, on this one. And let's kind of break down the honest truth. And I'm going to break this down again. Like, I don't care what your guru says. I seriously, I get this all the time. But my coach says, this other YouTuber says, this person says, the guy says, this guy says I should do an innovational deal. Guys, I don't care what they have to say. These people spend 8 to 9 hours a day on Zoom calls. They flip students full time. They don't flip real estate. They flip students. I don't give a bleep about what they do. I really don't. I seriously could give less of a care in the world of what they tell you. I'm just going to tell you what works for me. If you don't want to take our advice, don't take it. But if you legit want to make 100K in 3 months, you got to do this stuff. We don't care what they say. Okay? We're not taking you money. This business is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's going to take work. If you're willing to put in the work, you can do it. Okay? We do this business for real. We've trained thousands and thousands and thousands of people go from 0 to 100K. We know what we're talking about. But we run a 7-figure operation. We help so many people. So I'm letting you know right now, there's literally, we know what works. Nobody who did this has ever gotten successful in this business with one quick hack or shortcut. What was it? Like 2 years ago, everyone was like the mystery equity list is the greatest thing.
The unknown equity list. You guys, it's the great reveal. It's come out almost 4 years later. It was all a big lie. There's the unknown equity. It's because it's unknown. Nobody could ever verify the data. Nobody could do any type of split testing.
People got deals from it though. But you can't run a 7-figure operation on that, right?
No, you can't. And so unknown equity just means the county records are not sure. It could be anything. That's like going. That's like doing a quick pick lotto, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When like you just have the machine pick out the 7 numbers. Eventually, you buy enough tickets, you'll win something. But in the long run, actually, it was more of a gimmick for people to sell coaching products than anything because they acted like it was a big secret. And I tried it, and you get a deal or two, but like in the long run, it just falls apart. And it's actually a big number. Increase your list by almost 15-20%.
True. Quick question, guys, you got to be watching what I'm saying. I'm getting questions. People are not watching what we're saying. What should I do if I'm virtual with the drawing for dollars? Let's kind of go back and let's break it down one last time. Virtual, replace probate with drawing for dollars. Okay, guys, you gotta. If you came in late, just watch the replay when it's over. But we clearly state everything you need to know. And so I'm telling, like, we're not. There's no quick hack to success here. And let's break down our rules for success with this plan. Like we kind of talked about like how we're going to guarantee people get results. What are some concrete rules? And we kind of broke this down. Number 1, don't get cute with this business. What do I mean by this? Don't get cute. Like when I tell you do a yellow sticky note, don't get a red sticky note because you think it's going to be better. There's a reason why the yellow sticky note works. The reason why probate works, right? Like don't get cute with it, okay? Did I say pull the pre-probates? No. I said pull the probates, right? Did I say do a bunch of postcards and waste $3,000? No, right? Okay. Did I say do Facebook? No. This is a interesting one. This is where I get in trouble, but like here's the truth. If you're you're going from 0 to 100K, no creative financing, no innovations, like none of the cute little stuff that like you hear thrown around everywhere.
It's so sexy.
I don't care that you spent $10,000 on a lifetime membership to learn creative finance. I don't care. This is a wholesaling. You make $100,000 in 3 months.
Yeah.
We're going to be laser focused on wholesaling and getting this done. Okay. You can do your credit. Guys, we do credit finance deals all the time. We love them. But let's focus on making the 100K first. Let's feed your kids. Let's feed your family. Let's retire your mom first, and we can get in the wealth building stuff. Okay. I'm telling you right now, do not get cute with the thing. I got questions all the time. I see it on other people's live streams. Should I do novation on my first deal? And someone says, of course you should. I'm 18 years old. I have no money. Like, come on. Like, I'm just telling you guys.
Guys, there's no such thing as a novation agreement. Sit down with a lawyer and ask them. A novation is a technique. It's not a contract. It's not a strategy. It means to replace. That's it. Yeah. I don't know how all this got caught up with it. And by the way, sometimes not frequently, in a rare occurrence, you have to just help a homeowner out. But I don't know, partnering up with a distressed homeowner for like a retail profit at the end.
We've heard about Novate. I'm just telling you.
They're the greatest thing. Yeah. I've reinvented it. And then the other thing I hear about creative, I love creative financing. Guys, I love it. But I see the trend with creative financing. By the way, your creative financing comes from your wholesaling leads naturally. So you don't have to do anything different. You eventually learn some techniques and strategies, and that comes with experience and time and working with the right people. But for those of you that are picking creative financing because you think wholesaling is too hard, you're going to get a rude awakening, because creative financing, when you do it the way a lot of ways being taught, you're not cash flowing from day one. If you are, God bless you.
To make 100K in creative financing is so much harder to make 100K in wholesaling. Now, the 100K in creative financing comes monthly, passively.
Long-term too.
But it's a long-term play, guys.
It's a finance strategy. So a creative financing deal that is cash flow positive goes like this. You give the seller, say, $5,000 to give you the deed. You put in a little bit, say you put in $3,000 to work in the house. Now you're at $8,000, and somebody gives you $20,000 to take it over. That gives you a positive $12,000, and then you're earning $300 to $500 minimum a month. Dude, I'll do those deals all day long. No, but I'm just telling you, the way it's being taught out there, everybody's going into a negative cash flow. Like, oh, but the equity. Dude, equity can disappear like that.
We'll do some creative finance videos where we'll teach it, but this is kind of it. I'm telling you, don't get in the creative financing until you make 100K. I'm telling you, no VAs till you hit 100K too. Like,
it's not a shortcut either.
No.
Like, creative financing is not going to make your life easier. Oh, I'll go around wholesaling because then I can just pay everyone retail. Oh, I've seen that happen before. So I'm just telling you, if you learn wholesaling is the most fundamental strategy of real estate investing, and if you master it, dude, the sky's the limit. I've never seen somebody that's really good with real estate investing that didn't master wholesaling. Give me anybody. I'm telling you, if they're in the game long run, there's no way you can do it without it. Plus, wholesaling pays you. It puts money in your pocket today. So what's the line with our boy Jordan Belfort on the if your rent's late, pick up the phone and call a motivated seller.
Oh yeah. So
if your lady says you're broke, pick up the phone and call a motivated seller. It just, guys, wholesaling will fix a lot of problems in your life. Is it easy? No, but if you do consistent action with what you're teaching it's actually very easy.
Oh yeah. So let's break down the other rules here. Let's go here. All right. So rule 3, no VAs to make 100K. I'm telling you, like, take the action plan we're saying. 100K.
That's a virtual assistant. So if you guys are new with it.
Yeah, 100K. I'm telling you right now. Do not be doing it until you make 100K. I see this mistake all the time.
You got to figure out,
you're wasting time.
You got to figure out how to lead yourself before you teach others to do it. If you don't know how to lead and do it yourself, how are you going to tell others to do it?
Definitely. Let's see here.
I've never seen a VA say no to anybody, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah. I'll do it.
No.
I'll call 10,000 people for you.
But
I'll call 10,000.
So the next one here is no LLCs until you get your second deal closed. We figured that one out. Like, you're getting cute with everything, right? You're spending time on stuff you shouldn't be doing. So I'm telling you, no LLCs till you get 2 deals closed. And lastly, no keeping off the gas, right? Like, you can't stop the marketing, right? And that's the most important part.
So like the strategies you learn like from day 1 to like 14, and it builds after that up to day 59, you have to keep implementing and building on it. So if you think about a sport activity, like say soccer, if someone's learning how just to fundamentally pass the ball, say, listen, Rick, I need you to do that 2,000 times, and then come back and review. And then he comes back. Okay, we're going to do 2,000 times to the left. And then we're going to teach you how to like kick it forward. I'm not a soccer guy, you can tell, but I just, repetition is like the mother skill of anything. And it doesn't, people who are really good at anything, they just, it's all repetition. So, by doing this action plan, it's going to force repetition in you, and it's going to make you consistent. If you're consistent, there's nothing that's going to ever stop you in this business. The people who have the biggest problems are the ones who randomly market. It's just a problem. And by the way, not every day is a perfect marketing day. Sometimes you get your head beat in, but you have to don't let anybody else's words or actions affect your attitude. Even your family. Listen, it's okay to be sad. Like if something bad happens, but I'm just saying, if someone's having a bad day, that's on them. It has nothing to do with you. Something's going on in their life. It probably has nothing to do with you. And you can't go, oh, hey, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let me know if you want to talk and move on. Like I can't be accountable for any type of negativity somebody brings in. If you do, you guys constantly wear it. It weighs you down and it exhausts you. So you need to hyper focus on wholesaling. If you guys are doing a million different distractions, you will struggle. The best thing you can do is just get active. Okay. So like if you don't feel like going to the gym, and there's a lot of days I don't want to go to the gym, I just get in the car and go. And somehow I wind up there. I don't want to be there and I just get through it. Okay. If everybody felt like cold calling and doing the marketing, this would be really, really simple. But the reality is, and I'm watching a lot of you on the stream, is you guys have tough days or some days you don't feel like it. People say negative stuff to you. They hang up onto you. You got to just water off a duck's back. You just got to let it roll. So.
Oh yeah. So let's break this down here. Alrighty. So these are rules for success. This is an interesting one. This is where we get in trouble. We kind of broke this down, but here's the truth.
Don't be a hoarder.
Don't be an info hoarder. And I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. But you are literally, from what we said and through freewholesaling.com, you have all the tools to make $100,000 right now in wholesaling. You have all of them.
They got the keys to the car, right?
You have it. You will level up more by doing this business than consuming content. I'm not telling you to go, oh, I'm subscribed from Zach, whatever. Watch our stuff, but don't make watching our content impede on you actually doing action. A lot of people get, analysis paralysis. They watch a billion different videos and they get like different information. They get all stressed. I'm telling you right now, take action. You can listen to us a lot of people listen to us in the car while driving for dollars. It's great. I listen to content daily from other people, entrepreneurs and stuff, and I love it. But it doesn't impede me taking success. I'm taking action while I'm doing it. I always listen to the car stuff like this. But I'm telling you, don't be an information I'm telling you, we welcome all questions, but we will not support a lack of action. Straight up.
That's it.
We will listen to you, but if you are asking questions and you're just refusing to take action, we will not support it.
We're just going to move on. So, and by the way, I absolutely love everybody who reaches out to us on social media and stuff. I only humanly have so much time. And listen, I'm not too big for my britches, none of that. But if I answer every email, every private message,
2 hours a day,
it'd be a lot more than that. And it's just I've made a decision. This is where we're going to connect with people. I love everybody on this channel, but if I did that